Hi everybody, this is Lindsay from windingroadcrochet.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Farmhouse Rustic ornament. This is a great project. This ornament only takes about 3 minutes and comes in 3 different sizes. If you really like this project, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. I'm going to be sharing a ton of quick and easy projects for the holidays between now and the end of the year, so I want to make sure you don't miss out. To make these ornaments, you only need 4 things. The first thing you are going to need is a really thick yarn. This is the Bernat Maker Big. This can be found at Joann's or on Amazon. This is a tube yarn that has a lot of nice stretch, and it's also it's a jumbo size yarn. So I really like working with this. You could use a different size yarn, that's okay, but you will get a smaller ornament. So just be aware of that. So I really do like using at least a jumbo size yarn for this project. So with this yarn, I'm going to be using the 12mm clover hook. It is 1 size smaller than the yarn recommends. So if you use a different yarn, just keep that in mind. But I really love the clover hooks and the 12mm for this Bernat Big yarn. You're also going to need a little bit of twine or some butcher's string, just something to be able to put a tie on the top of your ornament. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. So first I'm going to go ahead and make one of these smallest size ornaments. These are about 2 inches wide when they're done. And I'm going to make a slip knot, leaving a very long tail about 7 inches or so that we can make a magic circle or a magic ring. So to make the magic circle, you're just going to take your tail and wind it up so that it is a circle, and then now we are going to work single crochet over both the circle and this little tail here. So you're going to be working over 2 strands of yarn, and I'm going straight into making a single crochet. This is technically called a standing single crochet. And I am going to work 6 single crochet into this circle here, continuing to work over the 2 strands of yarn. And if you notice that this tail is getting a little short, you can just pull it on it a little bit. It's going to start to tighten up that ring and give you more area to work over it. So we're just on number 3. We'll continue doing 3 more, just pulling on that tail when necessary to be able to continue working over it. And I will say, this isn't exactly the traditional way to make a magic circle, but this is the way I use, and it works. I find it really easy. It works really well for me. So now we're on our 6th single crochet. And now that we have 6, we're just going to pull on this tail, and it is going to tighten up that center circle really nice and tight. And we will go ahead and start on round 2. So there's only 3 rounds in this whole ornament, and the second we are working in a continuous round, so we'll be working in directly into the first stitch, first single crochet that we worked. So we're just going straight into that next stitch, no joining. We're actually making a single crochet here, not a slip stitch, and we are going to single crochet into that one and the next 5 stitches. So for round 2, you're basically just single crocheting 6 times, 1 in each stitch. I don't even bother using a stitch marker, which is pretty common to do when working in the round, because it's only 3 rounds. So I can just count through it. It's only going to take me less than 3 minutes. So now our ornament is almost finished. The last thing we are going to do is slip stitch into the very next stitch. And then we're going to cut our thread. And just pull that through. And this is a good time to take a look at your ornament because it actually will look different on the inside and the outside. So decide which way you like it and then just pull all your two ends into the center. I do not stuff this one. I don't actually stuff any of them. The only one I'd even think about stuffing is the largest, but definitely the smallest one I do not stuff because these tails have a tendency of being more than enough stuffing for this. So now we have our cute little ornament, and I found with this particular small one, I didn't really need to gather up the top. It worked really well as it looked. So now we'll just grab about a 7-inch or so strand of twine. Cutting while looking through a camera, not the safest thing to do. And I'm just going to go through 2 of the stitches on opposite sides of the ornament and pull that twine through. And then to get the hanging piece to hang directly above it and not be off-centered, I just go ahead and tie a knot real quick. I'm going to double knot this, and then I will knot the top of the twine and the ornament will be done. And you will see, like in the original picture, I did make a small little bow out of the twine and used a little hot glue to glue it off to the front because I really like that. See, now we have a cute little ornament. Let's go ahead and make a bigger one. So here is the medium size ornament. It is about 2.5 inches and it's almost the exact same pattern. The difference is now we are using half double crochet and we are going to be working 9 half double crochet per row. So once again, we are making a slip knot with a long tail. Put our hook in here, and then we will use a magic circle once again. And this time we will work 9 half double crochet into this magic circle. And again, it's considered a standing half double crochet, and this is because we're not chaining up to the half double crochet part. We are just working straight into a half double crochet. So we'll work 9 half double crochet into this magic circle. This is our 9th half double crochet, and we'll just grab this tail and pull it all tight. And just like the smaller size, we are going to continue to work this in the round, and we will not be joining at the end of the next round. So for round 2, you are going to work 9 half double crochet, 1 into each stitch of the previous row. So we're working our first half double crochet into this first stitch here. And then I'll just continue around with 8 more half double crochet. So now we're on to the 3rd row, and we're going to do the exact same thing one more time. We're going to do 9 half double crochet, 1 into each stitch of the previous row. Here we are on my last half double crochet of my 3rd row, and in the next stitch we are just going to slip stitch. And then I'm just going to yarn over, cut my thread, and pull this through to fasten it. And then we'll tuck that end right into our ornament. Now this ornament is a little bit wider, so we are going to use some twine to gather it together, and I will show you how we do this. I'm going to be doing this by working in and out of the outside loop only. I think that pulls it together and gives it a little bit tighter closing. So we are using just this outside loop here, not the inside loop. And we are going to work in and out of each loop to create a gathering stitch. I'm just pulling this piece of twine in and out of each of the outside loops of the stitches. So we made it all the way around, and we're going to go ahead and pull this tight, and that'll give us a nice sphere shape. And then before I knot this, I'm going to take one of these strands and pull it to the opposite side of the ornament. That way when we knot it, the knot will be right in the center. It won't have our ornament hanging a little off to the side. So we'll just pull that through, tighten it up one more time, and then we'll knot the top of it. Just double knot it here. And then we'll knot the very top of the thread so that we have something to hang from. I use roughly a finger's length, seems to be good enough for a tree hanger. We'll knot it, trim it, and this ornament's all done. There you go, you have a medium-sized ornament. Here we have the largest size. It's about 3 inches in diameter. It's a pretty large ornament, about the size of a standard bauble. I do not stuff this one, so it's very soft and smushy, but it does keep its shape pretty well. I like this because these soft ornaments, because I have an 11-month-old, and so these are safer to have on the tree. We're going to go ahead and get started the exact same way, making a slip knot and leaving ourselves a long tail to make the magic circle. And this time, when we make our magic circle, we will be working with double crochet, and we will be working with 12 double crochet into this magic circle. So like the small size was 6 single crochet, the medium size is 9 half double crochet. This size we'll be working with 12 double crochet. Something we'll be doing a little bit different with this size is we will join at the end of every row. We're going to work continuously in one direction, but we will join our rows at the end and chain up. Here we are on our last double crochet of 12. We'll use our tail to pull this magic circle tight. And then we are going to slip stitch to that very first double crochet. Now to start round 2, we will go ahead and chain up 2 and then put 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 double crochet. And then we'll repeat this for round 3, just like we did the last 2 ornaments. Here's the last double crochet of the second row. So now we are going to slip stitch to the first double crochet, and then we will go ahead and chain up 2 and do the same thing all over again. We're just going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 12 double crochet. Alright, so that is our last double crochet of our third round. We will slip stitch to the first double crochet. We'll go ahead and clip our thread and then just pull that thread through the last loop to secure it. And tuck that end in. We'll tuck the bottom end in. If you want to stuff it, this would be the time to do it. I didn't find it very necessary. So now we can go ahead and gather up the top. We are going to do this exactly like we did the medium size. We're just working with 12 stitches instead of the 9. Now that we made it all around, we are going to pull this tight. We are going to move one of the threads to the opposite side of the ornament. Pull it tight one more time, and then just double knot this and knot the top. And you'll be done with this ornament as well. And there you have it, the largest size ornament. If you like this tutorial, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Definitely give me a thumbs up. The more thumbs up I see, the more likely I am to put out another video sooner. So here's all the different sizes next to each other. You can make a variety of sizes to give your Christmas tree a lot of interest. And they definitely have that cute farmhouse rustic look.